Hello, BookTube. Well, last week in BookTube took a rather severe body blow in terms of variety of content because everybody and their brother was doing BookTubeathon. Now that's a good reason for a problem, because BookTubeathon was my first one. Turned out to be a huge amount of fun. Oh my god! Not just doing it, but watching everybody else do it. But if everybody's doing a variation on the same thing, it makes for, you know, a little bit dodgy of a reprise segment. And this week is operating under a lot of the same restrictions. People are still recovering, as it were, from BookTubeathon, still making videos, wrap-ups, progress reports, autopsies. And also, it's the end of the month, so everyone's doing July wrap-ups and August TBRs. But I didn't want the feature to go fallow for too much longer, so there were, of course, things to talk about. So I thought I'd share a few of them with you, just in case you didn't see them. And I'll leave all the links down below. The BookTubeathon madness covered most of it, but even in that, there were things to watch, of course. And one of the ones I wanted to make sure you all saw, Arthur from Chapter Select, for his BookTubeathon Day 3, which is you make a monologue out of book titles. He did that on a roller coaster. I've seen it 4 times. I still can't believe it. You should definitely watch it. And aside from BookTubeathon stuff, I have a dozen or so things that I want to share with you, just that have nothing to do with BookTubeathon, but that are well worth your time if you haven't seen them. The first one is just a point of info. Simon Savage from Savage Reads hit 2,000 subscribers in absolutely blazing record time, as a certain someone predicted he would, and I predict he will hit 10,000 in the proportionate amount of speed. And then there were a whole bunch of great tags. All the shelves did the Save the Classics book tag. Adam at Mementomori did the Summer Reading book tag. Readerandthewrite did the Adaptation Wishlist book tag. They all looked like fun. They all tagged a bunch of people too. Yeah, must be nice. Olivia Pope did a video that I didn't see coming. She's moving house, and she did a video about needing more books. God, let's have a golf clap for Olivia Pope. It's about bloody time I see videos on BookTube about needing more books. I need more books. I see plenty of unhaulings, but not enough. I need more books, and hers was, of course, delightful. Justin at Fevered Ego started a series called Fevered Reads, in which he reads along with a text in installments, and that it's a great idea on its own. He's such a congenial host, and he that got me thinking about read-alongs. I've been talking to a lot of booktubers about read-alongs, and I've been getting a very strong impression that in the non-pro level of BookTube, not the people under Klieg Lights who have, sponsored videos and hundreds of thousands of followers, but everybody else, I get the distinct impression that everybody in the non-pro level of BookTube doesn't really know how to do read-alongs, which is kind of strange, considering that this is BookTube, and you'd think they'd have got that down by now. But I've seen so many people the last 2 weeks sort of stumble into doing a read-along, and all ask the same question: how do you really do this? I mean, what are the rules? What are we supposed to do? And I love it, and I think Fevered Reads might be the way to do it. Non-clubbish, talking points-ish. I think this might be yet another example of something that Adam at Mementomori, when he wasn't doing tags and not tagging me, talked about a while ago, which is the slow, torturous evolution of a new iteration of BookTube. One of the things that would have to be reinvented would be the read-along, and I'd be curious to see what happens. I'm kind of tempted to do one myself, and I wonder what all of you would think of that, just to make a test guinea pig of myself for a kind of read-along and see what we make of it. The thing, of course, that comes to mind, the natural for August, would be the Odyssey. I read it in August anyway. But I can make a whole separate video about that and find out what people think about doing an Odyssey read-along. I wouldn't have any qualms about bookstores or used bookstores or the glacially slow delivery speed at Book Depository, because I checked and there are dozens of free editions of the Odyssey at online. There are dozens of free ones, of prose, verse, you name it. So no one would need to be put out of pocket or even wary for a second. If you can do BookTube, you can get the Odyssey in 1.5 seconds. I timed that as well. What an age we live in. Oh my. But anyway, the guys at Strip Cover Lit did a review discussion of the short Happy Life of Debbie Macomber. Oh, sorry. Frances Macomber. The cool Macomber. Louise, the Big-Haired Bookworm, one of my favorite channels. You should all go and subscribe. She also needs 10,000 subscribers, her and Simon both. She did a wonderful July book haul. I mean, the book hauls have been 10 a penny in the last week, but she did one that was just so friendly. I'll leave the link. You could go and see what I mean. And then there were a trio of reviews. I want to finish out with a trio of reviews for now. Amy from the Dusty Bookshelf. One suspects, not quite voluntarily, read and reviewed Meg. I'm not quite sure that a worse pairing of book and reader could have been devised, and it's just as much fun as that might lead you to believe. And whether she likes it or not, she's now a Meghead. Conrad at the Deckled Edge did an incredible discussion of The Girls by Emma Cline, the It book of the season. Incredible. For the sheer amount of thought and insight that guy can toss off in a tiny video just amazes me. How I wish I could get my hooks in him to review fiction in written form. But his videos are masterful anyway. And I couldn't help but notice, of course, his is one of the only negative reviews of The Girls that you're going to see or read anywhere. The literary world has fallen in love with it, and it so far can do no wrong. And his analysis of its shortcomings was spot on, especially the point he made about the author being too young to write the kind of book she's trying to write, and never either seeing that herself in a cold moment of introspection, or having anyone anywhere along the line in workshops and coffee shops and reading groups, or her publishing house with its readers and her agent, no one along the line pointing that out to her and saying, look, no matter what kind of popular reception this thing gets, it's a little embarrassing. But Conrad told her, here's hoping she watched the video. And lastly, Jason Purcell, my darling Jason Purcell, who has been on and off on BookTube for quite some time now, did a review discussion of Do Not Say We Have Nothing by Madeline Thien, one of his favorite authors. And, you know, I know this will seem fangirlish of me, but his discussion, his video, not only the content, but the gorgeous visuals. Really, years ago, when I first found him, he was one of the first booktubers that I ever watched. And I thought, well, okay, here are some signs of what this could be. Here are really thoughtful review and discussion videos that don't have Christmas lights, they don't have jangling music, they don't have weird spastic body language. This looks real. And God, if this latest video doesn't underscore that, I don't know what would. I hesitate to say it, although he won't be surprised. I didn't like Do Not Say We Have Nothing as much as he did, not nearly. But you know, also thanks to his video, I now realize I didn't see as much as he did in it. It makes me want to go back and reread it, which is exactly what a heartfelt, intelligent, searching discussion of a book should make you do. So I wholeheartedly urge you all to go and see his video. Is BookTube done about as well as BookTube can be done? And also maybe leave him a comment encouraging him to stick around and do more of it. Some of us are never in a million years going to reach 8,000 subscribers. Why let that go to waste? Those people subscribe because they want to hear what you have to say. Why not say it? But anyway, I can email him on my own and harangue him on his own time. I don't need to spend a video doing it. So there you have it. That was a short version of Last Week in BookTube. Definitely some highlights, despite, you know, BookTubeathon's long shadow and despite the wrap-ups and TBRs. And I'm thinking, while I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I certainly don't, I'm not disparaging July wrap-ups and August TBRs, and should probably do one of my own. So why not join the fun? I'll get right on that, BookTube. Thank you.